Um, using less fuel is just cost effective. It doesn't get you anything, any additional bonuses. It's just you don't have to pay for more fuel. That's essentially it. And then you get recognition for completing jobs in a good fashion. And the jobs tell you how much recognition you'll get from them. So like residential jobs tend to give you a little more recognition, but they usually pay less. That's why having employees is beneficial. Is I take the job whoa. I take the job that I want to take, and then I have 2 employees that I either tell them to do the jobs that have the most recognition or the jobs that pay the most. Or whichever ones have the best ratio of the 2. Depending on what I want to do. Like I just upgraded my garage to a 3-bay garage so I could have 3 mowers. And I bought a new mower. So now I'm a little focused on money because I want to make that money back. See, there's that. I want to start... Okay, there we go. 2.9. That should be sufficient for a while. Then, of course, you want to balance the blade condition, engine condition, vehicle condition, so that you don't have to repair your equipment so often. Right now, I'm cutting really big yards with low-end mowers. So it's putting a world of hurt on my mowers, but I haven't unlocked the high-end mowers yet. So it is what it is. But you have to compensate wetness of the grass, thickness of the grass, height of the grass, all that stuff. Base your mower decision on that. That being said, I only had 3 mowers, so I sent my 2 big mowers out with the guys doing the big jobs. The high money jobs. And I just took the baby mower to this one, because this was a new job and I wanted to do it. But now that I've seen what this place looks like, it looks like this would be best for the second mower I got. The one with a 108 centimeter deck. Plus that one has a more powerful motor, so it can take on thicker grass easier. Yeah, and the game's just really relaxing. It's nice. What I'm really looking forward to, I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but their next big update is going to include weed eaters, which is going to make getting the grass up close to stuff a whole lot easier. I'm gonna have to refuel in a minute. Hey, Star Chaser, what's up, dude? time up for finishing the job, for finishing it with a bonus, yeah. But no, I can still keep mowing. I still get paid. There we go. Fuel. There we go. Now we're fueled up again. Yeah, 49 minutes, so yeah, we're past that. No huge surprise there. I don't think I've gotten a time bonus since like my second or third. I don't have a link direct to buy the game or anything, but you can get it on, I have it on Steam. I know it's also on consoles as well. But this isn't like a sponsored stream or anything, so I don't have a link to buy it that you get that I get credit for you buying it or anything like that. But yeah, man, do recommend. Very relaxing. Also, you also get like a, in the game you have like an eagle vision kind of thing that'll tell you where the grass is if you think you've missed some. You can hold down control and it'll show you all the grass you have left to cut. It's a nice feature when you get towards the end and you're like at 99.8 and you have to get to 99.9 to finish the job, and you're just like, where's the last blade of grass? I mean, obviously you don't have to cut every blade of grass. In a job like this, there's probably, if I get to 99.9%, which is usually what you need to finish a job, I've probably got a patch of grass that's still left that's bigger than my mower. The only time it gets real bad is when you're, if you look down there in the bottom left where it says blade condition, if that drops below 50%, your blades stop cutting the grass properly, and you'll just leave random blades of grass everywhere. Yeah, when I used riding lawnmower at my mom's, it's louder than this. Obviously, I have the game audio turned down, but I just listen to an audiobook while I mow the yard. Any good audiobooks to recommend? I don't know, it depends on what kind of genres you're into. I tend to lean more towards science fiction, Lovecraft, some fantasy, science fiction. Oh, do I have lists? The Expanse is amazing. You want to look for the complete works of Lovecraft? Yeah. There's a series called...
Threshold?
Thank you. The Threshold by Peter Clines. And the first novel is called 14. But it's actually just 1-4, not spelled out. It's just the number 14. And his Threshold series is amazing.
Very Lovecraft inspired.
Yeah, definitely. It's got some Lovecraft, some steampunk vibes to it. And that's by Peter Clines. And then right now I'm reading... there's only 2 books right now. But the first book is called Earth Core. This guy's name is Scott Sigler. And I just finished the first book of that. I'm getting ready to start the second one. That one's really good. But like, if you're wanting space sci-fi, go for The Expanse. I have listened to more than one book at a time, but no, I'm not... Those aren't the books I'm listening to currently. They're just the books I recommend. Currently, I'm listening to this... I'm gonna start the second book after Earth Core. I used to listen to like 2 or 3 books at the same time. And then I got into... I was reading The Expanse, the Threshold series, and another book all at the same time, and I started getting things confused. So I don't really do that anymore. I tend to stick to one book. I'll only read 2 books at the same time if they're like completely different genres. Yeah, that's about me now. I can read one sci-fi and one fantasy book at the same time, but if you give me 2 sci-fi books, I'll start getting the stories confused with each other. But yeah, Marvin Rock. I was like, Maverick? No. If you have not read The Expanse, that should be at the top of your list. I even tell people that don't like sci-fi they should read The Expanse. It's so good. I think it's an 8-book series, and the last book is coming out in like a month or 2.
Yeah, I think I just got an email from Audible that it's been pushed back to November 30th.
November 30th is the final book?
For the audiobook.
For the audiobook, okay. Well, The Expanse is... The Expanse guys kind of want to get the book and the audiobook out at roughly the same time. Anything read by, what is his name? Ray Porter. If you find a book where the audiobook narrator is Ray Porter, get it. Ray Porter is insanely good. Stephen Fry. I don't think I've actually heard anything read by Stephen Fry. I know my wife has. I think she listened to a couple of the Harry Potter books.
really good.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
All the Harry Potters were him? Yeah. I don't think she listened to all of the Harry Potters, but I know she read a few of them. Yeah, I used to read physical books a lot, and then I just found audiobooks to be much more convenient because, like, I can listen to them on the way to work. I periodically go to West Texas, and I'll be gone for, like, almost a whole week. And I'm, like, 80% of my time out there is driving. So I can get, like, 12 to 16 hours of audiobook time in a week and just knock out one or two books. Depending on the book, obviously. We're talking like Game of Thrones, I can get like 3/4 of the way through one book. Eric. I'll check it out. Speaking of which, if I don't know if you're into Discord or not, but there's a link to my Discord server if you want to come hang out in there too. Feel free. Oh, you're already in there. Well, there you go. Oh, you used to sleep, you used to fall asleep listening to audiobooks? Yeah, that could be a problem when trying to drive. You don't want to get too relaxed. Went a little crazy there on my cruise control for a second. Play EDM in the car. Man, I am old. I don't know what EDM is. I'm gonna ask a stupid question and be like, is that a band?
I think it's a genre.
It is?
Electronic dance.
Ah. So is it like the... Yes, it is like that. Okay. That's it. Yes, that's it. Okay. Techno chocolate. Okay. It's what the Techno Viking was dancing to in that video from like 1999 or whatever. Man, I don't know what happened with this cut, but it got into a very weird shape at the end. Kind of triangular shaped now. My path was all over the place. I was trying to go square with it. I just had those cuts through the center to get around these jumps so that I didn't have to worry about them later in the cut. But like, I don't know. It's like all the sides tend to swoop in and then back out again. And I keep cutting off these little nubs at the corners. But then like 2 or 3 passes later, they're back. It's got to be the way this thing corners. It does like a big swooping corner or something. Yeah, that's what it is. We're getting close though. We're almost at 90%. Hey, what's up, Frank? Looks like I'm actually mowing in the stream going backwards. I am. I am actually into England right now, mowing real grass by driving in reverse. How's the game? Really fun. I like it. I'm gonna have to do outside curve. That. You also have to watch that, Marvin, when you're doing turns. When you're doing sharp turns, you can damage the ground. It's easier if the ground is wet. And then you get a penalty for that. We'll look at all the penalties at the end of this, and you can see all the penalties I incurred from, like, bumping into stuff. Cut all that out. Okay. How do I like gas station sim? It's very fun, but it's not it's not stress relieving, that's for sure. Any bugs in it? I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Stuff clips into walls sometimes. Not like you can't get it back out again, but it does occur. What about crashing? I didn't experience any. Not to say there isn't any there. So I didn't have it. I will say, if it's a game you want to look into, be sure to read all the tutorials very thoroughly. Because there's a lot of stuff that the game's kind of throws at you all at once. I kept having to go back and reread stuff, being like, wait, what? How do I do the thing it just told me how to do? Gotcha. Yeah, I want to go back and play some more of it. I just want to relax this week, since I'm on call at work. Last thing I want to do is be in a high-stress situation, and then I have to step away and take a phone call. It's like I wanna play Dead Space 2, but this week is a bad week to start that, so we'll do that next week. Another 10 minutes? Nah, it'll be like 2 or 3. I think. It won't be long. Can I weed eat? No, not yet. They're supposed to be introducing that in the next patch, though. I'm guessing a lot of people complained it was really hard to get the grass up against items without smashing into the item. And then you get a penalty for smashing your mower into stuff. So, like, you want to cut all the grass, but then you get penalized for cutting all the grass. Yep, I knew I had left a little bit out there. You know a game I'm probably gonna install and play again because it was so stupid fun? Was Heavy Machines. Heavy Machines was just dumb fun. I liked that game. What's that? I think it came out in like 2017 or something. It's older, but it's all about the world's biggest machines of their type. So, like, the first mission, you're using a, you know, the world's biggest, it's like a bucket excavator. It's a giant mining vehicle that has an enormous wheel on this huge arm sticking out in front of the vehicle, and each one of the tiny buckets that you see on that wheel are like the size of dump trucks. So this thing is just enormous. That's the very first job. They're like, run that vehicle. And it's really hilarious because they put you on the ground and they're like, okay, go climb into the cab, and it takes you like 2 minutes to climb the vehicle. You have to go up like 12 flights of stairs to get to the cab. Alright, contract complete. But there's still grass, so we're going to cut this little bit of grass. Alright, so now we'll turn off the cutter. Could you imagine failing the contract time in the top right corner because you took like 3 seconds longer to get onto the trailer than the job requested? I would be so pissed. Here we go. Job complete. That's not so bad. $22.28 in penalties. All of it was collisions. Okay. This person received 50 cents in penalties in collisions. And this person received none. Alright. So, let's go to the garage, repair the mowers. Empty the grass collector, interesting. Alright. So, I've got a night mulcher rear wheel drive. A Stiga, I got 2 Stigas. Side discharge and a bag collector. Wow, this one's a very small deck. Did I purchase a new mower? No, I was repairing my existing mowers. But yeah, you can go and buy other mowers. Skag, Toro. They're supposed to be adding another brand in later, and I forget. Which, like, look at some of these, dude. 152 centimeter deck size. Rear discharge. There's a giant bag collector. $122 mulcher. But yeah, they're supposed to be adding new mowers. They're going to add weed eaters. They're going to add new jobs. There's a couple of other things they said they were going to be adding very soon. But anyway, I think that is a perfect stopping point for tonight, everybody.